morning, Falcons. Today is Friday, May 9th. I'm Ashlyn Jackson.
And I'm Jordan Williams.
Today's weather. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 70 and a low of 44. Tomorrow, Saturday, May 10th, is National Clean Up Your Room Day. Take some time to pick up all those messy bedrooms for a variety of benefits. Physically, a clean room promotes better sleep and improves air quality.
Mentally, a clean room can boost productivity, reduce stress, and can provide a sense of control and calm. Here are today's announcements.
Attention all 8th graders, here's your official kickball announcement. 8th grade kickball tournament. The first 16 teams to sign up will participate in the tournament. We will play on 2 fields. Each game will consist of 1 inning. Both teams will have all players kick. The team with the most runs at the end of an inning wins/advances. If at the end of 1 inning the game is tied, the teachers will play rock, paper, scissors to determine the winner. We will also crown the team for best themes and one for best name.
May 28th, 2025, during the 8th grade celebrations is when this will take place. Fall Creek Junior High is where. Each team will consist of 11 players, 1 8th grade teacher, 5 boys, and 5 girls. Teams must be signed up by 3:45 p.m. May 23rd, 2025. The participating teacher must be the one to sign and turn in the form once the team is complete. Starting today, May 8th, you can pick up the form in the cafeteria. Let's play kickball.
With summer coming up, many people are going to go to beaches. Here are the top 5 most popular activities to do on a beach.
The 5th most popular activity to do on a beach is play beach sports.
Doing beach sports on a vacation would give you your daily amount of exercise, and while doing it, it's fun.
Many popular sports to do on a beach is running, renting a bike, frisbee, and of course, beach volleyball.
For number 4, we have collecting seashells.
Collecting seashells is a kid's favorite activity on a beach where they can pick up the cool shells and take them home.
Many kids also use seashells to put on their sandcastles.
Next is number 3 on our list.
For number 3, we have a picnic.
By going on a picnic, you can have a nice change of scenery. You can watch the sunset and have a beautiful view.
This is the perfect plan if you're spending all day at the beach.
Number 2 on our list is to build a sandcastle.
Building a sandcastle is a fun way to bring out your inner child and spend time with friends and siblings.
It's way more fun when you include more people to build it with you. The more people who join you, the bigger your sandcastle will be.
Taking the number 1 spot is surfing.
If you're looking for a thrill, maybe surfing is your thing.
When you're surfing, you're in the sun, the water, and in the fresh air. It's a very popular activity, and most people find it very exciting. Doing beach sports on a vacation would give you your daily amount of exercise, and while doing it, it's fun.
I'm Ansley Allen, and I'm here with
Maddie Sappenfield from the 8th grade.
Maddie. What was your favorite beach activity and why?
My favorite beach activity is probably playing in the ocean because I find it really relaxing, like after a really hot day, just to hop in the ocean.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Sydney, and I'm here with...
Gordon Rudock.
What's your most memorable beach experience?
Splashing water with my brother.
Oh, that's fun. Thank you.
To review the top 5 beach activities to do are beach sports, collecting seashells, having a picnic, building sandcastles, and surfing.
Thanks for watching, Falcons.
7th grade students interested in joining next year's yearbook staff need to complete an application. Applications are located outside Miss Cornell's room 134 and are due by end of Friday, May 16th.
Don't procrastinate. Applications require recommendations from 2 teachers. If you have questions, reach out to Miss Cornell. DC and Marvel have had a fierce rivalry throughout the decades, but what really separates these 2 superhero powerhouses? Let's find out.
According to comic book resources, Marvel superheroes have been long more violent than their DC counterparts. This started when heroes like the Hulk, whose entire shtick was fighting with anyone who didn't leave him alone. This allowed Marvel to go all out with anti-heroes like Punisher and Wolverine in the 70s.
According to comic book resources, when it comes to supervillains at DC, they sometimes are as indistinguishable from the heroes. This has just been as much to do with how sympathetic the villains are as it does with how dark the heroes themselves often are.
As in a direct opposition to DC's comics and DCEU supervillains who are incredibly dark, Marvel's supervillains tend to have a bit more fun on the comics and off screen. Even with their incredibly dark origins, the villains just tend to have more fun. I'm Parker Dorhorst, and I'm here with
Bryce Gibbons.
Bryce. What do you think about Marvel?
I really like Marvel and how diverse it is. There's just a lot to it.
And what do you think about DC?
I think DC is pretty cool. I definitely am more of a Marvel fan, but I like DC too.
Yes. And what do you think the differences are between the 2, like the characters, places, or universes?
I feel like Marvel tends to use more original, creative names and like ideas. DC, I feel like, uses mostly people with capes, or they use names that end in man or girl or whatever.
Nice. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
According to comic book resources, Marvel characters like the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Hulk were created generally by some sort of radiation. In fact, the gamma radiation that transformed Bruce Banner into the Hulk also transformed She-Hulk, Leonard Samson, Rick Jones, Red She-Hulk into mutated forms of themselves. And overall, gamma radiation has been Marvel's go-to creation for superheroes for decades. Not many abilities that are given to DC superheroes are inherited. On Krypto, Clark would be like anybody else, but since he lives on Earth under the light of the yellow sun, he has the abilities that make him Superman. Wonder Woman was shaped from clay and born from a god. According to comic book resources, when it comes to Marvel movies, there's a failure in every fight. Whether it is Loki's death in Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man's failure to stop the Vulture's crew in Spider-Man Homecoming, and even Scarlet Witch's accidental but horrifying explosion of a building in Captain America Civil War.
On the other hand, DC plays a different card, one that does not include any formula or identical points spanning throughout its movies. Rather, each story is written more like an individual piece. For example, in Birds of Prey and Man of Steel, its main villain and their motivations were introduced right at the very start, allowing our audience to understand what our protagonist was facing.
All right, hello, I'm Jordan Williams from the 8th grade, and I'm here with
Grace from the 8th grade.
Abby from the 8th grade.
All right, Grace, Abby, are either of you two fans of Marvel or DC?
I'm a fan of both, but Marvel probably more.
Okay.
I'm more of a bigger Marvel fan.
Okay, what would you both say the differences are between Marvel and DC?
In my personal opinion, don't get mad at me, the Marvel watchers more. Like, the audience is more, like, paying attention than in DC movies.
So, like, Marvel has better graphics and animated parts.
Okay, thank you. That is all I needed.
Thanks for watching, Falcons.
Thanks for tuning in, Falcons.
Remember to be safe, optimistic, accountable, and respectful.
Have a great day.